Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be reviewing the extremely hyped Fenty Beauty Foundation and Primer, and I am in shade 170 and I have normal to dry skin for those of you who are curious, and I am going to do also a primer test. So on one side of my face do one primer and then do the Fenty primer on the other so we can really get a grip on the situation. We can get to the bottom of if this foundation is everything everyone has claimed it is, etc, etc. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So I figured I would do an experiment today and you try out the new Fenty formula using the Fenty primer on one half and my normal primer on the other half, because a girl at Sephora had said that she had used this primer and it split up on her face, the foundation, and this is my normal go-to primer. So she gave me a sample of the Fenty primer and I use this one every day, so I figured I would use half on one half of my face and half on the other. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply the Fenty primer sample first. It smells pretty good. I feel like it's giving my skin a little bit of kind of radiance almost. It's a little bit like glowy. Get some on my forehead. This half of my forehead. A lot of people were saying like, oh, it's sticky and it feels like it would hold down your foundation really well. It really doesn't feel sticky. It feels like lotion, honestly. But we'll do the other half of my face with the Too Faced primer. Now that we're done priming both halves of my face, I'm going to go ahead and use the Fenty Foundation, and I am matched to shade 170. I have yet to try it yet, so I don't know if it matches or not, but I've heard it has a dry down. And it says shake well, so I went ahead and shook it. And I'm going to be applying it with a beauty blender today that looks dirty, but it is permanently stained this color. So I'm just going to give a few pumps on the back of my hand. It has a really light consistency. Feels very thin. I'm just going to go ahead and apply it starting in the center of the face. The foundation itself smells really good. Not that that matters, but it does smell really nice. And from what I have heard, it is a really, really matte formula. So it's going to give us a matte finish here. So from what I can tell so far, looks like it's sitting exactly the same on both sides of my face. I don't see a difference yet because of the primer, but I'm going to take a little more on my forehead. But I feel like the coverage is pretty good. I always put foundation on my eyelid. I know not everyone does that. So I feel like overall it gives a really nice coverage. The foundation feels very comfortable on my skin. But we'll go ahead and zoom in so you guys can get a closer look kind of at the texture that it's giving me. So the first thing that I noticed is the finish. It feels like a powdery finish, which is going to be really nice for anyone who has like very oily skin. However, on me personally, it's clinging a little bit on my chin, and initially it was sitting weird on the skin, and then as the dry down settled, it looks quite a bit better now, I feel like. I do for sure see a difference from one side to the other. This side looks like the pores are quite a bit smoother through here, and I feel like you can see a little more of my pores on the side that I did not use the Rihanna primer. So I'm going to go ahead and apply the rest of my makeup, and I will come back to you at the end of that. Okay, so I finished the rest of my makeup, and overall I feel like it gives a very medium to full coverage look to the skin. I like that I can still see some of my freckles through it. I feel like the coverage is really beautiful and laying really nicely right now. But Cole and I are going up to Park City today, so I'm going to take you guys along and we will do little check-ins throughout the day so we can see how it wears. Because I feel like almost any foundation can look good for a video or look good for a photo, but how does it wear like all day long? So with that being said, I will see you guys when we get to Park City. Okay, so we made it to Park City and I feel like the foundation is still wearing really great. It's only been about maybe 2 hours, but I'm still not seeing a lot of texture. It's still really matte, and I'm still loving it. So stay tuned for the next check-in. Hi guys, so we're back from Park City, and to be 100% honest, I am loving this foundation. However, I feel like the girl at Sephora that told me that the foundation was going to break up if I didn't use the Rihanna primer was totally right. I asked my family when we were in Park City, like, which side of my face looks better, and they all had said this side. And this is the side that I used the Rihanna primer on. So I'm definitely going to go back and buy it because now I feel like an idiot for not buying it the first time. But I would recommend the foundation for anyone who's looking for that stay all day matte, just gonna give you that coverage. And it's really comfortable and it's worn really well throughout the day. I don't feel like it's worn off. And it's kept my other makeup on as well. Some foundations I feel like they slide off and then you lose the rest of your makeup too, but not this one. So that is kind of my final verdict. I definitely would recommend the foundation, and thank you guys so much for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe.